This is on your reference table, page 19. You can see all of our wind belts as well as our convection cells outlined. We have the Hadley cell near the equator, the Ferrel cells, we have the polar cells, we have our latitudes outlined, which are the horizontal imaginary lines of Earth, to figure out which location we're talking about. We have the polar easterlies moving from the east. We have the westerlies moving from the west. Our trade winds, northeast trade winds coming from the northeast, southeast trade winds coming from the southeast. Again, westerlies on the top, and then the polar easterlies. And it's also outlining our jet stream. So this is the polar front jet stream right between the polar and the Ferrel cell. But there's also a subtropical jet stream right here that it's not outlining. We can see it's also showing us where the air is rising and sinking. So between the polar and Ferrel cell, the air is rising. Between the Ferrel and Hadley cell is actually descending air. And then it's rising again between the Hadley cells and so on. So pay attention to where it's rising and sinking. Now, on page 19, it's also showing you where the jet streams are. So between the equator and 30-degree in the 30-degree north latitude, right between the Ferrel and Hadley cell, we're getting the subtropical jet stream, and in closer to the 60-degree north latitude, we're getting the polar front jet stream, which is a little lower in elevation between the Ferrel and the polar cell. It also gives you the altitude, so notice that this is a little higher in altitude, the subtropical jet stream, and the polar jet stream is a little lower in latitude. No need to memorize any of this, but you do need to figure out where to look on your reference table, which is page 19.